Welcome to USA Old Coins, your ultimate destination for exploring the fascinating world of American coins. Today, we're diving into the iconic Washington quarter dollars, celebrating every state in the Union. From the stunning designs that capture each state's unique history to the stories behind these collectible treasures, this video will take you on a journey across the United States, one quarter at a time. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the stories these coins tell, stay tuned, because each quarter has a tale worth discovering. Today, let us embark on a journey carved in stone and imagination, guided by a small but powerful piece of history that fits in the palm of your hand. This is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 2013, honoring Mount Rushmore. At first glance, it may seem like ordinary currency, easily overlooked in the shuffle of daily transactions. Yet, within its metallic surface, it carries a story of ambition, artistry, and the enduring spirit of a nation. This quarter was born during the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a period when the United States Mint sought to celebrate locations that hold profound historical, cultural, and natural significance. Each blank disc of metal was transformed into a symbol, capturing not only a moment in time but the essence of the place it represents. The Mount Rushmore quarter was created to honor a monumental achievement of both vision and craftsmanship, one that embodies the ideals of leadership, perseverance, and national pride. On the obverse, we are greeted by the timeless portrait of George Washington, calm, resolute, and familiar. His presence serves as a bridge between the nation's founding and the achievements commemorated on the reverse. Washington's composed gaze reminds us that enduring leadership and vision are foundations upon which extraordinary endeavors are built. Turning the coin over reveals the dramatic reverse design, featuring the iconic faces of Mount Rushmore etched into the Black Hills of South Dakota. These four presidents, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, represent the growth, expansion, preservation, and unity of the nation. The coin captures the solemn grandeur of the monument in miniature, allowing the viewer to reflect on the symbolism embedded in each carved feature. Mount Rushmore itself is more than a sculpture. It is a testament to human creativity, determination, and the desire to preserve history in stone. Sculptor Gutzon Borglum envisioned a work that would stand the test of time, and over 14 years, workers braved harsh conditions to bring that vision to life. The quarter encapsulates that story, reminding us that behind every monumental achievement lies the labor, courage, and artistry of countless individuals. The design on this quarter emphasizes not only the likenesses of the presidents but also the rugged terrain that surrounds them. The Black Hills rise behind the carved faces, their texture and form carefully suggested to convey the sense of natural grandeur that frames the monument. This duality, the human and the natural, speaks to the intersection of vision and environment, a reminder that achievement is inseparable from context. When this quarter entered circulation in 2013, it quietly traveled across the country, passing through countless hands and wallets. Many who held it may not have considered the depth of history it carried. Yet, for those who paused, the coin became a miniature classroom, a way to engage with the ideals and stories that have shaped the United States. Collectors quickly recognized the appeal of the Mount Rushmore quarter. Coins featuring nationally recognized monuments often resonate strongly because they combine artistic skill, historical significance, and emotional connection. This quarter is no exception. It allows collectors to own a piece of artistry that is as meaningful as it is beautiful. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the prominence of this coin. In pristine preservation, every detail of the president's faces is sharp, and the contours of the surrounding hills are distinct. Light interacts with the surface, enhancing the sense of depth and highlighting the skill with which the design was executed. Coins in such condition are increasingly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Although millions of Mount Rushmore quarters were minted, only a small portion survived in uncirculated condition. Everyday use leaves marks, scratches, and where that diminish the visual impact of the coin. Those that remain pristine stand out, cherished not only for their rarity but also for their ability to convey the original artistic intent. Over time, coins like this take on additional significance as historical artifacts. What once seemed modern becomes a record of how the early 21st century chose to commemorate national icons. The Mount Rushmore quarter is now both a collectible and a reflection of contemporary appreciation for heritage and leadership. For history enthusiasts, the quarter serves as a doorway to deeper exploration. It encourages curiosity about the lives and legacies of the four presidents, the story of the Black Hills, and the monumental effort required to create one of America's most recognizable landmarks. In this way, the coin becomes both educational and inspiring. For investors, the Mount Rushmore quarter represents the combination of symbolic significance, condition rarity, and universal recognition. Collectors are drawn to coins that tell a story, and few stories are as instantly identifiable as the carved faces of Mount Rushmore. Emotion is central to the appeal of this coin. It evokes pride, reflection, and admiration for human endeavor. It reminds viewers that vision, perseverance, and courage can leave a lasting mark on both land and memory. That emotional resonance strengthens its desirability in the collecting world. As more people encounter the coin through videos and discussions, its appreciation grows. What might have been passed over in change now becomes a subject of study and admiration, a way to connect with national history in a personal way. Holding the Mount Rushmore quarter today is like holding a fragment of the monument itself. It does not speak, yet it communicates volumes about leadership, achievement, and the enduring nature of human creativity. It reminds us that greatness often requires patience, planning, and the willingness to endure challenges. The coin also teaches collectors to value layers of meaning. Its worth is not only in metal or rarity but in the story it preserves and the inspiration it imparts. Understanding this transforms coin collecting from a hobby into a journey of discovery. Mount Rushmore itself is a symbol of both history and aspiration. The quarter captures the monument's grandeur while inviting viewers to reflect on the human qualities it commemorates: courage, foresight, and dedication. It asks us to consider the ways in which individuals can shape the course of a nation. As time moves forward, the coin's significance only grows. It stands as a record of national identity, artistic achievement, and the celebration of enduring values. In collections large and small, it serves as a touchstone for those who appreciate both history and artistry. Now, as we reach the conclusion of this journey, we arrive at the moment every collector anticipates. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring Mount Rushmore from 2013, the value can reach $52,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you are curious about, comment below and share your collection so the channel can help you learn more about them. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep, storytelling explorations of remarkable coins, and don't forget to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden history waiting quietly in their own change. Today, let me take you on a quiet journey through time, metal, and memory, as we hold in our hands a single Washington quarter that carries far more than its modest size suggests. This is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar, issued in the year 2016, honoring Harper's Ferry. At first glance, it may seem like just another modern coin easily overlooked in pocket change. But as with many great American stories, its true power reveals itself only when we slow down, listen carefully, and allow history to speak through every line, curve, and detail pressed into its surface. Imagine the moment this quarter first rolled off the presses of the United States Mint. The air hummed with machinery, the rhythm steady and precise, as blank planchets transformed into symbols of national heritage. This was not merely about producing currency, it was about preserving a place where America once stood at a crossroads. Harper's Ferry, nestled where rivers meet and mountains watch in silence, has witnessed some of the most dramatic moments in American history, and this coin was created to ensure that story would never fade from public memory. As we look at the obverse, the familiar portrait of George Washington greets us like an old friend. His calm, steady expression feels timeless, linking the earliest days of the Republic to the present era. By 2016, this portrait had already traveled across generations, surviving wars, economic upheavals, and cultural shifts. On this particular quarter, Washington's image serves as a reminder that the ideals of leadership, resilience, and unity remain central to the American identity, regardless of the era in which the coin is struck. Turning the coin over, the reverse design reveals the true heart of this issue. Harper's Ferry is depicted with deep symbolism, capturing John Brown's fort standing firm, framed by the natural landscape that once concealed hope, fear, and rebellion. This was not chosen by accident. The designers sought to encapsulate a moment when America confronted its deepest divisions, when the question of freedom could no longer be delayed or ignored. Every line on the reverse feels deliberate, as if the coin itself is whispering a warning and a promise at the same time. Harper's Ferry is more than a town, it is a stage where history unfolded in dramatic fashion. In the 19th century, it became a focal point of tension as John Brown led his ill-fated raid, believing that a spark here could ignite a larger movement against slavery. Though his plan failed, the echoes of that night reverberated across the nation, hastening the march towards civil war. This quarter captures that charged atmosphere, freezing it in metal so future generations can reflect on the cost of conviction and the weight of moral courage. The artistry of the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter deserves careful attention. Unlike older coins that relied heavily on classical symbolism, this design leans into realism and emotional resonance. The structure of the fort, the surrounding elements, and the balance of negative space all work together to create a scene that feels both solemn and powerful. It is a reminder that modern coinage, when done thoughtfully, can rival the storytelling depth of earlier eras. Collectors often speak of coins as time travelers, and this quarter is no exception. It moves effortlessly between past and present, allowing someone in the modern world to connect with events that shaped the nation long before they were born. Holding this coin can feel like holding a fragment of the American conscience, a tangible reminder of struggle, sacrifice, and the ongoing pursuit of liberty. The year 2016 was itself a period of reflection and debate in the United States. Social questions, political divisions, and historical reassessments filled public discourse. Against that backdrop, the release of the Harper's Ferry quarter felt especially meaningful. It invited Americans to look back, not to reopen old wounds, but to understand how far the nation had come and how far it still needed to go. From a numismatic perspective, the Harper's Ferry quarter occupies a special place within the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program aimed to celebrate national parks and historic sites, but Harper's Ferry stands apart because its significance is not purely scenic. It is emotional, ideological, and deeply human. This adds an extra layer of desirability for collectors who seek coins with stories that go beyond landscapes and monuments. The condition of a coin like this plays a vital role in its appeal. When preserved in exceptional state, with crisp details and original luster intact, the design truly comes alive. Light dances across the raised surfaces, emphasizing the strength of the imagery and the care taken in its production. Such examples become more than collectibles, they become miniature works of art. Rarity, whether through limited availability in high-grade condition or unique characteristics, further elevates this quarter's status. While millions may have been minted, only a small fraction survive in pristine form. These are the coins that command attention, admiration, and serious consideration from seasoned collectors and investors alike. What makes modern coins like this particularly fascinating is their accessibility. Unlike ancient or early American coins locked away in museums or private vaults, the Harper's Ferry quarter could have once passed casually from hand to hand. It might have bought a cup of coffee or sat unnoticed in a wallet, its extraordinary story hidden in plain sight. Over time, however, the market begins to separate the ordinary from the exceptional. Coins tied to powerful historical narratives, combined with strong condition and collector demand, naturally rise above the rest. The Harper's Ferry quarter benefits from this perfect convergence of history, design, and timing. For those who study American history, this coin serves as a starting point for deeper exploration. It encourages questions about moral choices, national identity, and the individuals who dared to challenge the status quo. In this way, numismatics becomes more than a hobby, it becomes an educational journey. For investors, the appeal lies in the coin's growing recognition. As more collectors appreciate the depth behind the design, demand strengthens. Coins that once seemed ordinary gain prestige as their stories are retold and rediscovered, especially through platforms like YouTube, where visual storytelling brings them to life for a global audience. There is also an emotional element that cannot be ignored. Many collectors are drawn to coins that resonate personally, and Harper's Ferry speaks to themes of courage and consequence that transcend borders. Even those far from American soil can feel the gravity of the events commemorated here. As the years pass, the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter continues to mature within the collector market. Its reputation grows steadily, supported by historical importance and increasing scarcity in top condition. What was once modern slowly becomes historic in its own right. Holding this coin today is like holding a conversation between centuries. The voices of the past meet the curiosity of the present, and the listener is invited to reflect, learn, and appreciate. This is the true magic of numismatics, and the Harper's Ferry quarter embodies it beautifully. And now, as we reach the end of this journey, we come to the question that always sparks curiosity: value. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring Harper's Ferry from 2016, the value can reach $53,000. If you have a similar coin, or any other coin you're curious about, comment below and share your story so we can help you learn more about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into remarkable coins, and make sure to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden stories waiting in their own change. Let us take a journey to the serene landscapes and rich history of Vermont, a state celebrated for its natural beauty, colonial heritage, and enduring character. This is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 2001, honoring Vermont. At first glance, it may appear as ordinary currency, quietly exchanged in wallets, coin jars, and cash registers. Yet, within this small metallic object lies a story that bridges history, culture, and artistry, offering a tangible representation of a state whose identity is deeply woven into the fabric of the nation. The Vermont quarter was minted as part of the pioneering 50 State Quarters program, an initiative that sought to commemorate each state's unique history, culture, and symbols through circulating coinage. Released in 2001, Vermont's coin holds a special place in the series as one of the early issues, capturing the attention of collectors, history enthusiasts, and residents alike. The coin was designed to celebrate the state's distinct identity, serving as both currency and a miniature ambassador of Vermont's heritage. In the obverse of the coin, we are greeted by the familiar portrait of George Washington. His calm and dignified expression connects the founding ideals of the nation to the individual stories of each state, reminding us that the history of Vermont is intertwined with the broader narrative of America. Washington's presence on the coin conveys stability, leadership, and continuity, reflecting the enduring values upon which the nation was built and which each state contributes to in its own way. Turning the coin over reveals the reverse design, which captures the essence of Vermont's rural charm and agricultural heritage. The coin features a depiction of a dairy cow set against the backdrop of Vermont's lush countryside. This image reflects the state's historical and ongoing connection to agriculture, particularly dairy farming, which has been a cornerstone of Vermont's economy and identity for centuries. The artist's attention to detail brings the landscape to life, highlighting rolling hills, verdant pastures, and the peaceful coexistence of nature and human activity. Vermont's history is rich and varied. From its early Native American inhabitants to European settlement, the state played a key role during the colonial period and the Revolutionary War. Vermont's path to statehood was unique, as it operated as an independent republic for 14 years before joining the Union in 1791. The Vermont Quarter honors this heritage by choosing imagery that represents the state's enduring connection to the land and the people who have cultivated it across generations. When the Vermont Quarter entered circulation in 2001, it quietly passed into the hands of millions of Americans. Many may have seen the dairy cow and rolling hills as merely symbolic decoration, but for collectors and those familiar with Vermont, the coin became a meaningful representation of state pride, connecting everyday currency with the history, landscape, and culture of the Green Mountain State. Collectors quickly recognized the coin's appeal, as it combines aesthetic beauty, cultural symbolism, and historical significance. Scenic and thematic quarters often resonate deeply because they tell a story, and Vermont's coin does this with simplicity and elegance. It appeals not only to numismatists but also to those who value history, agriculture, and the natural environment. The coin becomes a miniature ambassador, representing the essence of Vermont wherever it circulates. Condition is a crucial factor in determining the value and collectability of this coin. In pristine, uncirculated examples, the details of the dairy cow, the contours of the hills, and the textures of the farmland are sharply defined. Original mint luster enhances the visual depth, making the design vivid and lifelike. Coins in this state are highly prized by collectors, particularly those who seek examples that fully capture the artist's intent and the coin's historical significance. Although millions of Vermont quarters were minted, only a limited number have survived in pristine condition. Circulation naturally softens details, diminishes luster, and reduces the coin's overall appeal. Those that remain uncirculated are rare, standing out as exceptional examples that allow collectors to experience the full impact of the design and symbolism. Over time, the 50 State Quarters program has become a landmark initiative in American numismatics. Coins like the Vermont Quarter are more than currency, they are artifacts of national and state heritage, preserving cultural and historical identity for both current and future generations. They serve as miniature monuments, celebrating geography, economy, and the unique characteristics that make each state distinctive. For history enthusiasts, the Vermont Quarter invites exploration of the state's past. It encourages curiosity about early settlers, the Vermont Republic, agricultural practices, and the relationship between the land and its people. The coin serves as a gateway into the state's narrative, offering both education and appreciation in a compact, tangible form. For investors, the Vermont Quarter represents a combination of aesthetic appeal, historical relevance, and scarcity in high-grade condition. Coins that retain sharp detail and original luster are particularly desirable, offering both a rewarding collectible experience and a tangible investment. Vermont's early placement in the 50 State series adds to its appeal, as collectors often seek initial issues in chronological order. Emotion is central to the coin's appeal. The depiction of the dairy cow and lush farmland evokes a sense of nostalgia, connection, and pride. It communicates the idea that even small objects can carry profound significance, reminding holders of the value of hard work, community, and stewardship of the land. The Vermont Quarter resonates with both collectors and those who have personal ties to the state. As more collectors and enthusiasts encounter the Vermont Quarter through videos, exhibitions, and discussions, its recognition continues to grow. What may have been overlooked in daily transactions is now celebrated as a miniature monument, capturing Vermont's natural beauty, agricultural heritage, and enduring spirit. Holding the Vermont Quarter today is like holding a piece of the state itself. The cow, hills, and detailed landscape create a tangible connection to Vermont's land, people, and traditions, allowing collectors to experience the state in miniature. It evokes both place and memory, making it more than mere currency. The coin demonstrates that value in collecting is multifaceted. Its significance resides not only in rarity or mint figures but also in narrative depth, artistic craftsmanship, and emotional resonance. The Vermont quarter embodies these qualities, offering a meaningful addition to any collection. It highlights the importance of symbolism in coin design. Through the depiction of agriculture, hills, and natural scenery, the coin communicates themes of identity, labor, and environmental stewardship. It encourages collectors to reflect on the relationship between people, place, and cultural heritage. Over the years, the Vermont quarter has become more than just a piece of currency. It is a collectible, a historical artifact, and a miniature ambassador of the state's identity. Its presence in collections ensures that Vermont's landscapes, history, and cultural values are preserved and appreciated for future generations. The coin invites contemplation of the connection between people and place. Vermont's farmland, hills, and rural charm are captured in miniature, reminding collectors that geography, culture, and history are inseparable. The quarter becomes both an object of beauty and a vehicle for education, reflection, and appreciation. It also encourages collectors to consider the broader narrative behind coin design. Each element of the Vermont quarter, the dairy cow, the rolling hills, the background details, carries intentional symbolism, illustrating how coins can communicate stories, heritage, and values across time. Now, as we reach the culmination of this journey, we arrive at the moment every collector anticipates. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring Vermont from 2001, the value can reach $95,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you are curious about, comment below and share your collection so the channel can help you learn more about them. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more storytelling journeys into remarkable coins, and don't forget to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden history waiting quietly in their own change. Let us embark on a journey into the heart of Louisiana, a state brimming with history, culture, and natural splendor, all captured in a single coin that fits in the palm of your hand. This is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 2002, honoring Louisiana. At first glance, it may appear as ordinary change easily passed over in daily life. Yet within its metallic surface lies a story of heritage, artistry, and the enduring spirit of a state that has played a unique role in the American narrative. The Louisiana quarter emerged during the ambitious 50-state quarters program, a groundbreaking initiative designed to celebrate the unique history, culture, and identity of each state in the Union. Released in 2002, Louisiana's quarter holds special significance as one of the early issues in the program, capturing the imagination of collectors and residents alike. The coin was created not only to circulate as currency but also to serve as a miniature ambassador of Louisiana's rich story, blending history, symbolism, and artistry. On the obverse, we are greeted by the familiar portrait of George Washington, calm and resolute as ever. His likeness anchors the coin in the continuity of American history, linking the founding ideals of the nation to the distinctive narratives of each state. Washington's composed gaze invites reflection, reminding us that the principles of leadership, perseverance, and vision transcend time and geography, and that each state's story is a chapter in the larger national journey. Turning the coin over reveals the reverse design, which is filled with symbolism and pride. Louisiana's quarter features a depiction of a pelican, the state bird, tending to its young, framed by a trio of stylized stars representing the three branches of government. The pelican, long associated with selflessness, protection, and care, symbolizes the nurturing spirit of Louisiana, its people, and the state's commitment to community. The intricate design captures the elegance of the bird while simultaneously conveying layers of meaning that resonate with collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Louisiana's history is as vibrant and complex as its cultural tapestry. From the early days of Native American habitation to French and Spanish colonial rule, the Louisiana Purchase, and its pivotal role in the antebellum South, the state's story is rich with pivotal moments. Its port cities, waterways, and cultural innovations have left an indelible mark on the nation, and the quarter encapsulates this layered identity in a single, elegant design that rewards careful study and contemplation. When the Louisiana quarter entered circulation in 2002, it passed quietly into the hands of everyday Americans, moving through registers, wallets, and coin jars. Many who carried it may not have noticed the subtle artistry or the historical depth embedded in its imagery. Yet for collectors and enthusiasts, the coins served as a tangible connection to Louisiana's unique heritage, offering a miniature story that could be held, examined, and appreciated. Collectors quickly recognized the Louisiana quarter for both its historical significance and its artistic merit. Early issues in the 50-state quarters program often hold special appeal, and the symbolism of the pelican tending its young adds an emotional dimension that enhances the coin's attractiveness. It is not merely a collectible, it is a work of art that tells a story of community, resilience, and identity in a form small enough to carry in one's pocket. Condition is critical when assessing the value and appeal of this coin. In exceptional preservation, the details of the pelican's feathers, the shape of the stars, and the smoothness of the surrounding surfaces are sharply defined, showcasing the skill and care of the engravers. Original luster adds depth and contrast, making the design come alive and highlighting the artistic excellence of the minting process. Coins in this state are highly sought after by serious collectors. Although millions of Louisiana quarters were minted, only a limited number have survived in pristine condition. Everyday use leaves marks, scratches, and where that diminish both aesthetic and numismatic value. Those coins that remain uncirculated stand out not only for their rarity but also for their ability to convey the original artistry and symbolic richness intended by the designers. Over time, the 50-state quarters program has become an iconic chapter in American numismatics. Coins like the Louisiana quarter are more than currency, they are historical artifacts that commemorate a specific moment in early 21st century America. They celebrate geography, culture, and identity while fostering interest in both history and collecting. Each coin tells a story that is simultaneously personal and national, connecting individuals to a broader historical narrative. For history enthusiasts, this coin invites deeper exploration of Louisiana's pivotal role in shaping American culture and politics. It encourages curiosity about the state's colonial past, its contributions to commerce, arts, and innovation, and the enduring spirit of its communities. In this way, the coin serves not only as a collectible but also as a learning tool, offering insights into the intricate tapestry of the state's heritage. For investors, the Louisiana quarter represents the combination of symbolic meaning, rarity in high-grade condition, and early release in the 50-state series. Coins that balance aesthetic appeal, historical significance, and preservation are highly desirable, making this quarter a noteworthy asset for both seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts looking to build meaningful collections. Emotion plays a central role in the coin's appeal. The pelican tending its young evokes feelings of protection, care, and community, while the stars reinforce the principles of governance and civic responsibility. It reminds us that even the smallest objects can carry profound significance, connecting us to values, history, and shared heritage. As more collectors and enthusiasts encounter the Louisiana quarter through videos, exhibitions, and discussions, its recognition and appreciation continue to grow. What may have been overlooked in daily transactions is now celebrated as a miniature monument to Louisiana's identity, conveying history, art, and cultural pride in a tangible form. Holding the Louisiana quarter today is like holding a piece of the state itself. The bird, stars, and detailed design create a palpable connection to Louisiana's landscapes, communities, and historical milestones. It allows the holder to reflect on the state's contributions to the nation and the enduring qualities that define its character. The coin also demonstrates that value in collecting is layered. Its significance resides not only in rarity or minting figures but also in the narrative, craftsmanship, and emotional resonance it embodies. The Louisiana quarter is a testament to the power of design to communicate history, identity, and pride in a form that transcends time. It emphasizes the importance of symbolism in numismatic art. The pelican and stars convey lessons about care, governance, and resilience, reminding collectors that coins can be as meaningful as they are beautiful. This layered symbolism enhances both the emotional and financial appeal of the coin. Over the years, the Louisiana quarter has become more than just a piece of metal. It has become a collector's item, a historical record, and a miniature ambassador of the state's identity. Its presence in collections ensures that Louisiana's culture, history, and values are remembered and appreciated by future generations. As we approach the culmination of this detailed exploration, we arrive at the moment every collector eagerly anticipates. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring Louisiana from 2002, the value can reach $92,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you are curious about, comment below and share your collection so the channel can help you learn more about them. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep, storytelling journeys into remarkable coins, and don't forget to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden history waiting quietly in their own change. Let us step into a landscape shaped not by cities or battles, but by wind, patience, and time itself. In your hand rests the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 2014, honoring the Great Sand Dunes. At first glance, this coin may feel calm and understated, yet within its design lives a story as vast and powerful as the towering dunes it represents. This is a coin that invites silence, reflection, and wonder, asking you to slow down and truly see what nature has created and what history has chosen to remember. This quarter was born during the America the Beautiful Quarters era, a time when the nation chose to celebrate places where the land itself tells the story. Inside the United States Mint, blank pieces of metal were transformed into miniature landscapes, each strike preserving a moment of natural heritage. The Great Sand Dunes quarter was not meant to shout for attention, but to quietly honor one of the most unexpected and awe-inspiring environments in the United States. On the obverse, George Washington appears with his familiar calm and strength. His portrait anchors the coin in continuity, reminding us of the nation's origins and enduring principles. Against this steady presence, the reverse design feels even more expansive, opening the imagination beyond human timelines and into the slow rhythm of nature. Turning the coin over reveals the breathtaking scene of the Great Sand Dunes rising dramatically against distant mountains. Rippling sand stretches upward, sculpted by relentless wind, while the sky above feels open and endless. The design captures motion frozen in time, a moment where the dunes seem both still and alive, constantly reshaped yet eternally present. The Great Sand Dunes are among the tallest dunes in North America, formed over thousands of years by wind patterns, mountain barriers, and shifting climates. Long before modern borders existed, this land was already telling its story. Indigenous peoples understood its rhythms, early travelers marveled at its scale, and modern visitors still find themselves humbled by its quiet power. This coin carries all of that history without a single spoken word. What makes the Great Sand Dunes so compelling is their contrast. Soft sand rises against solid mountains, movement exists beside permanence. That contrast is beautifully reflected in the coin's design, where flowing lines meet firm shapes. It reminds us that strength does not always look the same, and endurance can take many forms. When this quarter entered circulation in 2014, it traveled far beyond the desert it represents. It passed through cities, towns, and hands that may never have seen the dunes in person. Yet through this coin, that landscape became accessible to everyone, a quiet invitation to imagine standing barefoot on warm sand beneath a vast sky. As part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the Great Sand Dunes issue stands out for its sense of scale. Many coins honor buildings or events, but this one honors a feeling. It celebrates wonder, solitude, and the humbling realization that nature often moves on timelines far beyond our own. Collectors quickly noticed the artistic balance of this design. Landscape coins often carry emotional weight, and the Great Sand Dunes quarter is no exception. It appeals not only to numismatists, but to anyone who has ever felt small in the presence of something immense and ancient. Condition plays a critical role in elevating this coin from ordinary to extraordinary. In exceptional preservation, the texture of the sand appears sharp, the contours crisp, and the entire scene alive with depth. Light dances across the surface, emphasizing the careful craftsmanship that brought this landscape into metal form. Although millions were minted, only a fraction survived without heavy wear. Time, handling, and circulation inevitably soften details. Those coins that remain in top condition become increasingly rare, admired for preserving the original clarity and beauty of the design. As years pass, modern coins slowly gain historical perspective. What once felt recent becomes reflective. The Great Sand Dunes Quarter now stands as a snapshot of how early 21st century America chose to honor its natural wonders, valuing preservation as much as progress. For nature lovers, this coin serves as an invitation to explore deeper. It encourages curiosity about geology, climate, and the delicate balance that allows such landscapes to exist. In this way, the coin becomes more than a collectible, it becomes a doorway into understanding the natural world. For investors, coins like this represent the strength of universal appeal. Nature transcends borders, cultures, and time. A design rooted in natural beauty often maintains long-term interest, especially when combined with rarity in condition and strong storytelling. Emotion plays a powerful role in collecting, and this quarter evokes calm rather than excitement. It reminds us of quiet moments, open spaces, and the value of stillness in a fast-moving world. That emotional connection deepens its appeal and strengthens its place in collections. As stories about this coin are shared through videos and conversations, appreciation continues to grow. What was once overlooked pocket change becomes recognized as a piece of portable landscape art, carrying the spirit of the dunes wherever it goes. Holding this quarter today feels like holding a fragment of the desert itself. It does not rush, it does not demand attention, yet it leaves a lasting impression. It reminds us that some of the greatest forces shape the world slowly, grain by grain. The Great Sand Dunes Quarter also teaches patience. It reflects how time, persistence, and subtle movement can create something extraordinary. This lesson, quietly embedded in metal, resonates far beyond numismatics. Collectors who understand this deeper meaning know that value is layered. It lives in story, preservation, symbolism, and personal connection. The Great Sand Dunes Quarter embodies all of these qualities with quiet strength. As time moves forward, this coin's significance continues to deepen. It stands as a reminder that America's heritage is not only built by people, but shaped by land itself, enduring long after generations pass. Now, as we reach the end of this journey, we arrive at the moment that captures everyone's curiosity. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring the Great Sand Dunes from 2014, the value can reach $58,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you are curious about, comment below and share your own coins so the channel can help you learn more about them. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep, storytelling journeys into remarkable coins. And don't forget to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden history waiting quietly in their own change. Let us step back to the very beginning of a modern numismatic journey, to a moment when a new chapter in American coinage quietly entered everyday life. In your hand rests the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 2000, honoring the state of South Carolina. This coin arrived at a turning point in history, standing at the edge between centuries, carrying with it the weight of the past and the promise of what was to come. At first glance, it may seem simple, even familiar, but its story is anything but ordinary. The year 2000 was filled with anticipation and reflection. As the nation crossed into a new millennium, it also launched the ambitious 50-state quarters program, a project designed to bring history into the hands of everyday people. South Carolina was among the earliest states honored, and that timing alone gives this quarter a special place in the hearts of collectors. It was not just another release, it was part of a bold statement about identity, memory, and unity. This coin began its life within the walls of the United States Mint, where tradition met innovation. Metal blanks were carefully prepared, struck, and transformed into symbols meant to circulate widely yet speak deeply. The South Carolina quarter was crafted to represent a state that played a foundational role in American history, from colonial beginnings to defining moments that shaped the nation's character. In the obverse, the familiar portrait of George Washington greets us with calm authority. His image, steady and unchanging, links the founding of the country to its modern expression. On a coin released at the dawn of a new century, Washington's presence feels especially meaningful, reminding us that progress is built upon enduring principles. When the coin is turned over, South Carolina's identity comes into focus through rich symbolism. The design features the outline of the state itself, accompanied by the palmetto tree and the Carolina wren. These elements are not decorative choices, they are declarations. The palmetto tree stands as a symbol of resilience and victory, while the wren's presence adds warmth and life, reflecting the state's natural beauty and spirit. South Carolina's history is deeply woven into the fabric of America. It was one of the original colonies, a place where early dreams of independence took root. Its coastlines, cities, and countryside witnessed moments of ambition, conflict, and transformation. This quarter captures that layered past not through dramatic scenes, but through symbols that quietly speak to those who understand them. The palmetto tree, in particular, carries powerful meaning. During the Revolutionary War, palmetto logs were used to defend Charleston, absorbing cannon fire and protecting those within. By placing this tree on the quarter, the design honors a legacy of resistance and ingenuity, reminding viewers that strength often comes from unexpected sources. When this coin entered circulation in the year 2000, it blended seamlessly into daily life. It passed through countless hands, paid for ordinary purchases, and rested unnoticed in pockets and jars. Yet hidden within it was a story stretching back centuries, a reminder that history does not always announce itself loudly. Collectors quickly began to appreciate the South Carolina quarter for its position at the beginning of the state series. Early issues often hold special appeal, and this coin marked the start of something entirely new. It represented a fresh way of engaging the public with history, using everyday objects to spark curiosity and pride. Condition plays a vital role in elevating this quarter from common to extraordinary. In exceptional preservation, the details stand out with remarkable clarity. The palmetto's fronds appear sharp, the wren seems almost ready to take flight, and the state outline feels bold and confident. These qualities transform the coin into a miniature work of art. Although millions were minted, only a limited number survived the years without heavy wear. Time, circulation, and neglect take their toll on most coins. Those that remain in top condition become increasingly rare, sought after by collectors who understand that survival itself creates value. As years passed, the 50-state quarters program grew into a cultural phenomenon. What began as spare change turned into a nationwide collection effort. The South Carolina quarter, as one of the earliest releases, gained recognition not just for its design, but for its role in launching a new era of collecting. South Carolina itself continued to evolve, balancing growth with tradition. Its cities expanded, its culture thrived, and its history remained ever-present. This coin mirrors that balance, blending modern minting with timeless symbolism that still resonates today. For history enthusiasts, the South Carolina quarter serves as a quiet invitation to explore deeper. It encourages reflection on colonial America, revolutionary struggle, and the state's ongoing contribution to the nation. In this way, the coin becomes a doorway rather than a destination. For investors, this quarter represents the power of firsts. Coins tied to beginnings often hold lasting appeal, especially when combined with strong symbolism and exceptional condition. Demand grows as appreciation deepens, driven by both nostalgia and recognition. Emotion plays a powerful role in collecting, and this coin evokes a sense of origin. It reminds collectors of where a journey began, both for the nation and for the state quarters program itself. That emotional connection strengthens its place in collections around the world. As more stories are shared and rediscovered, interest in the South Carolina quarter continues to grow. Platforms like YouTube allow these narratives to reach new audiences, transforming overlooked change into celebrated history. Holding this quarter today feels like holding a marker in time. It represents a beginning, a bridge between centuries, and a tribute to resilience. It does not demand attention, yet it rewards those who pause to truly see it. Coins like this teach us that value is layered. It exists in history, in symbolism, in condition, and in the stories we choose to tell. The South Carolina quarter embodies all of these elements, quietly but powerfully. As the years move forward, this coin's place in numismatic history becomes more secure. It stands as a reminder that even modern coins can carry profound meaning and lasting significance. Now, as we reach the end of this journey, we arrive at the moment everyone waits for. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring South Carolina from the year 2000, the value can reach $100,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you're curious about, comment below and share your story so we can help you learn more about it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep, storytelling journeys into remarkable coins, and don't forget to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden history waiting in their own change. Let us journey westward through imagination and history, guided by a single coin that carries the spirit of open land, determination, and quiet strength. In your hand rests the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 2007, honoring the state of Utah. At first glance, it may seem like just another state quarter, familiar and modest. But as with the vast landscapes it represents, its true depth reveals itself only when you take the time to truly look and listen. This quarter was born during the height of the 50 State Quarters program, a time when America chose to tell its story through everyday money. Inside the United States Mint, metal blanks were transformed into symbols of identity and pride. Each strike was precise, intentional, and filled with purpose. The Utah quarter was not simply created to circulate, but to speak for a land shaped by faith, endurance, and an unbreakable relationship with nature. The obverse presents the steady and timeless portrait of George Washington. His image, unchanged across generations, acts as an anchor, reminding us of the nation's founding ideals. On this coin, Washington's calm expression feels especially fitting, as it introduces a reverse design that celebrates perseverance, unity, and long vision. He represents the beginning, while Utah's story represents the journey. Turning the coin over, the message becomes immediately clear. At the center stands the iconic delicate arch, rising gracefully from the desert landscape. Behind it, the inscription "Crossroads of the West" ties the past to the future. This is not just a scenic image, it is a declaration. It tells the story of Utah as a meeting point of cultures, paths, and destinies, where ancient trails and modern roads intersect. Delicate arch is more than a rock formation. It is a symbol of endurance, standing firm against wind, time, and erosion. On the coin, it represents the natural wonders that define Utah and the quiet strength required to survive in a rugged environment. The arch seems almost alive, a reminder that nature itself is a storyteller, shaping identity without words. Utah's history is deeply rooted in perseverance. Long before it became a state, indigenous peoples thrived in this land, understanding its rhythms and respecting its power. Later, pioneers crossed harsh terrain, guided by belief and determination, building communities where survival demanded unity. This coin captures that layered history in a single, powerful image. When this quarter entered circulation in 2007, it blended effortlessly into everyday life. It passed through countless hands, often unnoticed, its meaning hidden in plain sight. Yet within it lived stories of migration, faith, and resilience that shaped not only a state, but the broader American narrative. Collectors soon recognized that the Utah quarter carried a special balance of symbolism and beauty. Landscape-based designs often resonate deeply, and delicate arch is instantly recognizable. It speaks not only to Utah residents, but to anyone who has stood before a natural wonder and felt both small and inspired at the same time. Condition plays a vital role in transforming this quarter from common change into a remarkable collectible. In exceptional preservation, the lines of the arch are sharp, the surrounding textures crisp, and the entire design feels alive. Light reflects across the surface, enhancing depth and detail that are lost on worn examples. Although millions were minted, only a small number survived the years without heavy wear. These high-quality examples are the ones that collectors seek, knowing that rarity is often born from survival rather than limited production. Each pristine Utah quarter tells a story not only of history, but of careful preservation. As time has passed, the 50 State Quarters program has taken on new significance. What once felt modern now feels historic. Early 21st century design choices are studied, appreciated, and compared. The Utah quarter stands out as a strong representation of place and identity, reflecting how America chose to honor its landscapes and stories. Utah itself continues to symbolize balance between growth and preservation. Expanding cities coexist with protected parks, and modern life unfolds alongside ancient rock formations. This coin mirrors that balance, blending contemporary minting with timeless imagery. For history lovers, the Utah quarter serves as a quiet invitation to explore deeper. It encourages curiosity about westward expansion, settlement, and the cultural crossroads that shaped the American West. In this way, the coin becomes more than a collectible, it becomes a gateway to understanding. For investors, coins like the Utah quarter represent the power of narrative. When design, symbolism, and condition align, demand grows steadily. Collectors increasingly seek coins that offer more than metal value, choosing pieces that tell stories worth sharing. Emotion plays a powerful role in collecting, and the Utah quarter evokes feelings of freedom, endurance, and awe. It reminds us of wide skies, long journeys, and the human desire to build meaning in challenging environments. That emotional connection strengthens its appeal year after year. As more people learn the story behind this coin through videos and shared discussions, its reputation continues to grow. What was once overlooked becomes celebrated, and everyday change transforms into historical art. Holding this quarter today feels like holding a fragment of the American West. It does not shout for attention, yet it commands respect. It carries silence, strength, and the passage of time within its metal frame. The Utah quarter also reminds us that value is layered. It exists in history, in symbolism, in condition, and in the personal connection each collector brings to it. Understanding this transforms collecting from a hobby into a meaningful pursuit. Coins like this teach us patience. They reward those who look closely, think deeply, and appreciate stories that unfold slowly. The Utah quarter is a perfect example of quiet significance growing louder with time. As years continue to pass, this coin's place in collections becomes more secure. It stands as a marker of identity, a reminder of where paths crossed and futures were shaped. Now, as we come to the end of this journey, we arrive at the question that always captures attention. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring Utah from 2007, the value can reach $53,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you are curious about, comment below and share your collection so we can help you learn more about it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep, storytelling journeys into remarkable coins, and don't forget to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden history waiting in their own change. Let us take a deep breath and step into a story shaped not by stone walls or battlefields, but by mist, mountains, and time itself. In the palm of your hand rests the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 2014, honoring the Great Smoky Mountains. At first glance, it may seem calm and quiet, almost gentle compared to other historic designs. Yet the longer you look, the more you realize that this coin carries a powerful narrative about nature, endurance, and America's connection to the land. This quarter was born in the steady, rhythmic environment of the United States Mint, where modern technology met a timeless mission. Each strike of the press transformed cold metal into a lasting tribute to one of the most visited and beloved national parks in the country. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter was not created simply to circulate as money, but to preserve a feeling, a place, and a way of life that has endured for generations. In the obverse, the familiar image of George Washington greets us once again, calm and composed, unchanged through decades of circulation. His presence provides continuity, a reminder that while landscapes and societies evolve, the foundational ideals of the nation remain steady. Against this familiar face, the reverse design gains even more impact, inviting the viewer to travel far beyond city streets and into ancient forests. When we turn the coin over, the Great Smoky Mountains reveal themselves in quiet strength. Rolling ridgelines fade into one another beneath a blanket of mist, while a winding trail leads the eye deeper into the scene. A historic log cabin rests among the trees, symbolizing the people who once lived in harmony with this rugged environment. The design feels peaceful, yet it carries the weight of centuries. The Great Smoky Mountains are among the oldest mountain ranges on Earth, shaped long before modern nations existed. They have witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the movement of wildlife, and the slow, patient work of nature. This quarter captures that sense of timelessness, reminding us that some stories unfold not in moments, but over millennia. The mist that gives these mountains their name is more than a visual feature, it is a symbol. It represents mystery, continuity, and the delicate balance between human presence and the natural world. On the coin, that mist softens the landscape, creating a dreamlike quality that invites reflection rather than urgency. When this quarter entered circulation in 2014, it blended seamlessly into everyday transactions. It passed through countless hands, often unnoticed, its quiet beauty overlooked in the rush of daily life. Yet hidden within it was a tribute to conservation, a reminder of the importance of preserving spaces where nature still speaks louder than machines. As part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the Great Smoky Mountains issue stands out for its emotional subtlety. Unlike designs that commemorate dramatic events, this one honors endurance and peace. It celebrates the idea that protecting natural beauty is itself a heroic act, worthy of national recognition. Collectors soon began to appreciate the depth of this design. Coins that depict landscapes often resonate deeply, especially when those landscapes hold personal meaning. For many, the Great Smoky Mountains represent family trips, quiet hikes, and moments of reflection far removed from modern stress. This emotional connection adds to the coin's lasting appeal. Condition plays a critical role in elevating this quarter's status. In exceptional preservation, the details of the trees, the cabin, and the rolling hills appear sharp and alive. Light glides across the surface, enhancing the sense of depth and atmosphere. Such examples are increasingly difficult to find as time passes. Though millions were minted, only a small portion survived without heavy wear. These rare, high-quality pieces become standouts in collections, valued not just for scarcity, but for the clarity with which they preserve the original artistic vision. Over time, modern coins like this one begin to change in the eyes of collectors. What was once seen as recent becomes historical, a snapshot of how early 21st century America chose to represent itself. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter reflects a growing national appreciation for conservation and natural heritage. For history and nature lovers alike, this coin serves as an invitation. It encourages viewers to learn about the people who once lived in these mountains, the wildlife that still roams them, and the efforts taken to protect them for future generations. In this way, the coin becomes educational as well as collectible. Investors are often drawn to coins with strong narratives and broad appeal. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter benefits from both. Its design speaks universally, transcending borders and cultures. Because nature itself is a shared human experience, emotion plays a powerful role in collecting, and few emotions are as grounding as peace and wonder. This quarter evokes quiet mornings, distant horizons, and the feeling of standing somewhere ancient and unchanged. That emotional resonance strengthens its place in the numismatic world. As stories about this coin are shared and rediscovered, interest continues to grow. Platforms like YouTube allow collectors to slow down and truly see what these designs represent, transforming everyday change into meaningful history. Holding this quarter today feels like holding a fragment of the natural world, preserved in metal. It does not roar or demand attention, yet its presence is deeply reassuring. It reminds us that some of the greatest treasures are not loud, but enduring. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter also reminds us of responsibility. It reflects a national choice to protect and honor landscapes that cannot speak for themselves. In this sense, the coin carries a quiet moral message alongside its artistic beauty. Collectors who understand this deeper meaning know that true value goes beyond numbers. It lies in story, preservation, and connection. The Great Smoky Mountains quarter embodies all of these qualities with remarkable grace. As time continues to move forward, this coin's reputation strengthens. It stands as a symbol of balance between progress and preservation, a reminder that honoring the past includes protecting the land itself. Now, as we reach the end of this journey, we arrive at the question that always sparks curiosity. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring the Great Smoky Mountains from 2014, the value can reach $58,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you are curious about, comment below and share your collection so we can help you learn more about it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep, storytelling explorations of remarkable coins. And don't forget to like this video so more people can discover the hidden history resting quietly in their own change. Let us step into a story shaped by river bends, cannon smoke, and the quiet persistence of time, told through a single coin that fits easily in the palm of your hand. This is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 2011, honoring Vicksburg. At first glance, it may look like ordinary change, familiar and unassuming. But as with the city it represents, its true power reveals itself only when you slow down and allow history to unfold, layer by layer, across its surface. This quarter was born during the America the Beautiful Quarters era, a program that sought to preserve the nation's most meaningful places in metal. Inside the United States Mint, the process was precise and deliberate. Blank planchets were struck into storytellers, each one carrying a scene that mattered deeply to the American narrative. The Vicksburg quarter was created to honor a place where geography and determination collided, changing the course of history forever. On the obverse, the familiar portrait of George Washington greets us with calm resolve. His presence anchors the coin in continuity, linking the nation's founding ideals to the trials that tested them. Washington's steady expression sets the tone, preparing us for the story waiting on the reverse, a story not of speeches or signatures, but of endurance under pressure. Turning the coin over, the reverse design reveals a powerful image tied to Vicksburg National Military Park. Cannons stand silent yet alert, overlooking the winding Mississippi River below. The scene is still, almost peaceful, but that stillness carries enormous weight. It reflects a moment after conflict, when the outcome had been decided, but the memory of struggle remained etched into the land. Vicksburg occupies one of the most strategically important positions in American history. Perched high above a sharp bend in the Mississippi River, it was once considered the key to controlling the entire waterway. During the Civil War, whoever held Vicksburg held the river, and whoever held the river held the lifeline of commerce and movement. This quarter captures that significance without noise, allowing the landscape itself to speak. The siege of Vicksburg was long and relentless. For weeks, the city endured isolation, bombardment, and uncertainty. Civilians and soldiers alike faced hardship that tested the limits of human endurance. When Vicksburg finally fell, it marked a turning point in the war, effectively splitting the Confederacy and shifting the balance of power. The coin honors this moment not with chaos, but with reflection. The cannons shown on the coin are more than weapons. They are symbols of resolve and sacrifice. Positioned above the river, they remind us how closely history is tied to geography. The Mississippi below flows calmly, indifferent to human conflict, yet forever marked by it. This contrast between motion and stillness gives the design its emotional depth. When this quarter entered circulation in 2011, it quietly joined everyday life. It passed through hands at grocery stores, gas stations, and cafes, rarely examined closely. Yet within it lived a story that once shook a nation. This is the quiet magic of coins, their ability to carry monumental history unnoticed, waiting patiently to be rediscovered. Collectors soon began to recognize the strength of the Vicksburg design. Coins that commemorate pivotal moments often hold lasting appeal, especially when the artwork balances realism with symbolism. The Vicksburg quarter does not dramatize the past, instead, it invites contemplation, making it especially meaningful to those who value history. Condition plays a crucial role in elevating this coin's presence. In exceptional preservation, the cannons appear sharp and commanding, the river smooth and defined. Original luster brings the entire scene to life, highlighting the careful craftsmanship behind the design. Such examples stand apart from worn pieces, drawing the attention of serious collectors. Although many were minted, only a limited number survived the years without heavy wear. Circulation leaves its mark, and time is rarely kind to coins. Those that remain in top condition become increasingly scarce, valued not just for rarity, but for the clarity with which they preserve the original vision. As the years have passed, the America the Beautiful Quarters program itself has become a chapter of history. What once felt modern now feels reflective. The Vicksburg Quarter stands as a reminder of how early 21st century America chose to remember its defining struggles and landscapes. Vicksburg National Military Park remains a place of reflection, where visitors walk the grounds and imagine the lives once changed there. The coin acts as a portable monument, allowing that same reflection to happen anywhere, anytime, with a simple turn of the hand. For history enthusiasts, this quarter encourages deeper exploration. It invites questions about strategy, sacrifice, and the human cost of division. In doing so, it transforms from an object into an experience, sparking curiosity long after it leaves the hand. For investors, the Vicksburg Quarter represents the power of narrative. Coins tied to turning points tend to hold attention over time, especially when condition and demand intersect. As appreciation grows, so does interest. Fueled by storytelling and shared discovery, emotion is central to collecting, and this coin evokes solemn respect rather than excitement. It reminds us that progress is often born from hardship, and that remembrance matters. This emotional gravity strengthens its place within collections. As more people learn the story behind this quarter through conversations and videos, its reputation continues to grow. What was once overlooked change becomes recognized as historical art, carrying lessons from the past into the present. Holding the Vicksburg Quarter today feels like holding a pause in time. It captures the moment after struggle, when silence returns and reflection begins. Few coins manage to convey that feeling so clearly. Coins like this teach us that value is layered. It lives in history, symbolism, preservation, and the meaning we assign to it. Understanding this turns collecting into something deeply personal and rewarding. The Vicksburg Quarter stands as a quiet tribute to endurance and consequence. It does not celebrate victory loudly, instead, it honors the weight of what was lost and gained, allowing the viewer to decide what it means. As time moves forward, this coin's significance only deepens. It becomes not just a remembrance of the past, but a mirror reflecting how we choose to honor it. Now, as we reach the end of this journey, we arrive at the moment everyone waits for. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington Quarter Dollar honoring Vicksburg from 2011, the value can reach $67,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you're curious about, comment below and tell us about your own coins so the channel can help you learn more about them. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep, storytelling journeys into remarkable coins. And don't forget to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden history waiting quietly in their own change. Let us embark on a journey along one of America's most scenic and historic roadways, a ribbon of asphalt weaving through mountains, forests, and valleys, all captured in the design of a coin small enough to fit in your hand. This is the United States of America Washington Quarter Dollar from the year 2015, honoring the Blue Ridge Parkway. At first glance, it may appear as ordinary currency, easily spent or set aside, but within its metallic surface lies a story of natural splendor, human endeavor, and the enduring connection between people and the landscapes they cherish. The Blue Ridge Parkway Quarter was minted as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a remarkable initiative aimed at celebrating locations of exceptional significance across the United States. Each blank coin, or planchet, was transformed through precise striking into a miniature storyteller, preserving not only the appearance of a place but its essence. This particular quarter celebrates the Blue Ridge Parkway, a roadway known as America's favorite drive, blending the themes of natural beauty, recreation, and the vision of those who created this extraordinary parkway. On the obverse, George Washington greets us with his familiar calm and dignity. His portrait anchors the coin in the founding ideals of the nation and provides continuity across all quarters, connecting the pioneering efforts of the nation's first president with the landscapes honored in this program. Washington's composed expression suggests wisdom, perseverance, and vision, qualities mirrored in the construction and conservation of the parkway itself. Turning the coin over, the reverse design reveals the breathtaking scenery of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Rolling mountains stretch into the distance, their undulating forms captured in fine relief, while a winding roadway leads the eye through the landscape. Forested ridges and valleys convey a sense of depth and movement, giving the impression that the viewer could step directly into the scene. This depiction not only celebrates natural beauty but also symbolizes the journey and discovery that the parkway offers to visitors. The Blue Ridge Parkway is more than a scenic route. It is a carefully designed corridor where nature and human planning meet in harmony. Spanning over 400 miles across Virginia and North Carolina, the parkway was conceived during the Great Depression to provide employment, conservation, and public enjoyment. It embodies a vision in which natural beauty is preserved and made accessible, allowing generations of Americans to experience the majesty of the Appalachian Mountains. This corridor pays homage to the ingenuity and determination of those who built the parkway. Engineers, laborers, and planners worked under challenging conditions to design a route that complemented the natural terrain rather than dominated it. The coin reflects that delicate balance, showing the road integrated seamlessly into the landscape, a miniature tribute to vision realized through perseverance and skill. When the Blue Ridge Parkway corridor entered circulation in 2015, it quietly passed into everyday life. Many individuals carried it without noticing its detailed design or the story it represented. Yet for collectors, historians, and nature enthusiasts, the coin became a small but powerful connection to a landscape renowned for its beauty, history, and recreational opportunities. Collectors quickly recognized the coin's appeal. Scenic corridors often hold lasting interest because they combine aesthetic beauty, narrative depth, and universal recognition. The Blue Ridge Parkway corridor appeals not only to numismatists but also to anyone who has experienced or dreams of experiencing the tranquility and majesty of the parkway. It serves as both a collectible and a reminder of the natural treasures preserved for public enjoyment. Condition is a critical factor in determining the value and desirability of this coin. In pristine, uncirculated examples, the contours of the mountains, the curves of the roadway, and the textures of the forests are sharply defined, and the coin retains its original luster. The way light interacts with the surface brings the landscape to life, giving depth and movement to the design. Such examples are rare and highly sought after in the collector community. Although millions of Blue Ridge Parkway corridors were minted, only a limited number have survived without circulation wear. Everyday use naturally softens details, diminishes luster, and reduces the overall impact of the design. Coins that remain in top condition not only preserve the artistry intended by the mint but also offer collectors a tangible connection to the pristine landscapes they depict over time. Coins like the Blue Ridge Parkway corridor transcend their role as currency and become artifacts of national heritage. The America the Beautiful Corridors program sought to honor places that define the United States' natural and cultural identity, and this coin accomplishes that by celebrating a location that embodies both human achievement and natural splendor. It serves as a miniature monument to vision, design, and the enduring appeal of the Appalachian Mountains. For history enthusiasts, this coin encourages exploration and reflection. It inspires curiosity about the parkway's construction, its role in conservation, and the experiences of the millions of Americans who have traveled its winding roads. In this sense, the coin becomes both a collectible and an educational tool, bridging numismatics with geography, history, and environmental appreciation. For investors, the Blue Ridge Parkway corridor represents a combination of condition rarity, symbolic meaning, and aesthetic appeal. Coins that capture the imagination while remaining in high-grade preservation often maintain strong long-term interest, making them valuable additions to both personal collections and investment portfolios. Emotion plays a central role in the appeal of this coin. The depiction of the winding roadway through mountains evokes a sense of serenity, awe, and freedom. It reminds us that even in small objects, profound significance can be captured, offering both visual pleasure and a connection to a larger narrative about the land, its history, and the human spirit that preserves and appreciates it. As more collectors and enthusiasts encounter the Blue Ridge Parkway corridor through videos, exhibitions, and discussions, its recognition and appreciation continue to grow. What might once have been overlooked as everyday change is now celebrated as a miniature work of art, carrying the essence of one of America's most treasured roadways wherever it travels. Holding this coin today is like holding a fragment of the parkway itself. The curves of the road, the forested ridges, and the layered mountains all create a tangible connection to a distant landscape, allowing the holder to experience the beauty and majesty of the parkway in miniature form. The coin demonstrates that value in collecting is multidimensional. Its significance resides not only in rarity or minting figures but also in narrative depth, craftsmanship, and emotional resonance. The Blue Ridge Parkway quarter embodies these qualities, making it a meaningful and rewarding addition to any collection. It emphasizes the intersection of human achievement and natural preservation. The parkway and the coin that honors it remind us that progress, beauty, and conservation can coexist, and that meaningful designs can carry profound lessons about stewardship, creativity, and vision over time. The significance of the Blue Ridge Parkway quarter deepens. It stands as both a collectible and a historical document, representing the early 21st century American effort to celebrate landscapes, history, and national identity. Its presence in collections ensures that the parkway's legacy will continue to be appreciated for generations. This quarter captures not just a scenic roadway but the essence of exploration, patience, and reverence for the natural world. Its design invites viewers to reflect on the relationship between humans and the landscapes they inhabit, offering insight into both artistry and environmental awareness. The coin also inspires collectors to consider the stories behind every minting choice, from design selection to artistic execution. It shows that even the smallest objects can carry history, emotion, and cultural significance, offering lessons far beyond their size. Now, as we reach the culmination of this exploration, we arrive at the moment every collector eagerly anticipates. For exceptional examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring the Blue Ridge Parkway from 2015, the value can reach $50,000. If you have this coin or any other coin you are curious about, comment below and share your collection so the channel can help you learn more about them. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep, storytelling journeys into remarkable coins, and don't forget to like this video so more collectors can discover the hidden history waiting quietly in their own change.